Hello and welcome back to the AOC Malta Cyber Series Masters finals going on right now between Edge and the Rift Kings. Edge having taken a really commanding lead in game one and absolutely stomping the Rift Kings in that first game. Hopefully we're going to see the Rift Kings bounce back from that one here in game two as we load in with the Vayne and Evelyn bans right off the bat.
Yeah, nothing changing up. The first one to switch around would be the All-Star from the Rift Kings. And, Caitlyn Snow on that champion did look quite good.
Yeah.
He was setting up for a lot of those plays down in the bottom side. But there's a lot of champions that can really do that. And I think the big issue for Rift Kings that they have to address is the fact that everyone on Edge just kept going bot lane over and over again. And they didn't touch the Rise, which was one of those champions with the Realm Warp who was really able to punish down bottom time and time again.
Yep. So it is interesting to see how the bans have changed, especially because, like you said, Rise being on Pickle Sword doing great jobs with that Realm Orb, but they left open the Vladimir now, which means that they're not looking to prioritize that Syndra. They are maybe looking to try to put Pickle Sword on that, get him away from the Rise so they can counterpick it with the Vladimir.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, too, is that Edge didn't first pick the Syndra last time either, so I don't think they care about that pick that much, and Rift Kings maybe having some bad experience playing with it on their team, punishing it back in the semifinals part 2 earlier today. Maybe they don't care about it all that much either.
Yeah, I don't think they do, as we see. Ooh, I like seeing this pick up onto Brandon, the Lee Sin.
That's so much better. And not only does it enable him to make plays in this early to mid game, but it's also going to steal that one away from Washed Up Kid, who just dominated on it last time around. The full AD Lee Sin, pretty much AD carry Lee Sin, if he'd actually finished that Infinity Edge, would have been well on his way right there. And the response is going to be something to look out for here from Edge, because now they don't have quite the powerful jungler that they did back in game 1.
No, they don't, but they do still prioritize that Malachi and Ezreal for getting that top laner in. Well. Oh, but they're going back to the Yasuo. Not too thrilled with that, but now we see that Annie, Sad Best could pick that, or Jangles could even take that in the bot lane.
I'd expect to see that down bottom. Blind picking Annie mid doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me, but throwing Colonel onto the Yasuo once again, it wasn't that he did anything badly on it last time around. No. He was winning the 1v1 up in top lane, had a couple of solo kills up against Armia, and this time around they do have some better setup for him in these team fights. They do have the Lee Sin to try and make some plays, but still, I wonder if it's the remedy they need, and what else can they put in their composition to back it up.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not too thrilled with it. It definitely could work better now that they at least have one knockup coming in from the Lee Sin. That Dragon's Rage can definitely be beneficial. As you see, Pickle Sword tempting me with that Galio hover. I know that he is not going to probably choose that one, as it's more of a counter pick towards... Yep, there it is. Wait,
whoa!
Whoa! I was gonna just dismiss it like, oh, there's a switch. Then I realized it's a Xin Zhao coming in. That's going to go on to Washed Up Kid.
Yeah, that's not exactly the necessarily the Galio we were seeing him hovering over, but that is an interesting one nonetheless. I really think he's just picking that for the 1v1 in the jungle up against a Lee Sin. And I feel like a Xin Zhao is going to crush in that regard. Two very aggressive junglers, so if Brandon does get a lead, then I think he would take the cake, and maybe level 6 he's going to do quite a bit better. Washed Up Kid Xin Zhao, how does that work? I really want to see him pull it out.
Now, there are two routes they can go. They can go with a full AD early game damage with the Warriors, but they can also go for the Blood Razor. Blood Razor is more of a late game, and it brings a lot of damage from that Xin Zhao, who will be able to heal up immensely from his W auto attacks, as well as get those auto attack resets that he needs for the triple Talons strike on that Q.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for a Warrior this game because there's not a lot of HP that's going to be built up from the side of Rift Kings, but I didn't think it was going to happen. It did happen. That is an Annie mid lane for Sad Best right there. They've got so much AoE damage, keeping people in place for this Jinx to come online, and I don't know if they're going to be able to make it through the laning phase necessarily with their draft right now, the Rift Kings, but if they do, their teamfight is actually looking pretty damn strong.
Yeah. Jangle's taking that Leona into the bot lane with we're gonna have Squad on that Jinx. But then we have to look at the other side. We see Panda Opa and Caitlyn Snow gonna be on Ezreal and Karma, as we see Picklezor going back to that rise that he was really strong on in the mid lane.
It was definitely one of the biggest playmakers for the Edge lineup, being able to go bottom lane over and over again. And this time around, they don't necessarily have quite the setup they had last time around to make the plays around bottom. But this time, they're going to be punishing in that 2 versus 2 down bottom. The Jinx, the Leona, not quite as strong as we're typically used to seeing.
Mm-hmm. So it will be interesting to see how all this goes. We haven't seen any... Wait. Squad's going jungle now.
Okay. Wait,
yeah,
everyone's
Side
just
going
changing.
AD carry. Brandon's going mid.
Oh no.
Squad's going jungle. They switched it
Oh
up.
no.
I was wondering what was happening because I didn't see any trades going on. But look at the summoners. They're switching it up.
Oh man, that is a 3-way role swap. Squad going from AD carry to jungle, Brandon jungle to mid, Sadbest mid to AD carry.
Interesting.
I can't get on board with that. I really can't. If you were playing with the same roster the whole tournament, right? Mm-hmm. And you have these guys in the lanes, you get to the finals. If you switch up your roster, you're not magically going to get better. If anything, you are going to actually get worse. Mm-hmm. And we just got dominated in game 1. We said they needed to change something up.
Well, they took that.
They did that.
They ran with it. They are not just switching it up. But I did just do a little bit of a quick looking at their profile. Sadbest is actually a Mastery 7 on that Jinx. Same with Brandon as a Mastery 7 on that Annie. While Squad is a Mastery 5 on that Lee Sin. So they wanted to switch it up, and I think it has a lot to do with the prioritization of the bans on to Brandon. He got completely banned out with the Evelyn and Skarner, so we saw him on the Mumu not showing up. He clearly is not confident with the Lee Sin pick and did not want to give that back to Washed Up Kid, so they decided to just completely turn it on its head.
See, I can't really take stock in mastery levels or anything like that. It really only means that you spend a lot of time playing the team, or you've put in enough games to get to that rank.
Yep.
The thing is that as a team, these guys do not play in those roles.
Yep.
So I can't read too much into these players, their picks, whatever they're going to be doing going into this match. All I can say is that I hope that they can do something. I hope they can perform at least well on this, because no one wants to see a finals just be a 2-0 clean sweep where the Rift Kings try something crazy and it doesn't work. They want it to be a close match.
Oh yeah, everyone wants it to be a close match. The viewers, myself, you, we all want to see these be very close matches, and it's going to be really telling here, especially in the early game. If we do see Rift Kings looking uncomfortable with this role swap, we already pretty much can predict how the rest of the game looks. Because we saw how dominant Edge can be if they just get a slight advantage, and they will run with it. They'll take anything they can and absolutely decimate you.
All right, so game plan from Squad. We're all jumping on the Rift Kings bandwagon here. We're gonna figure out what they need to do to come back here. Squad has to go mid lane. The Annie provides fantastic setup. What do you do against the global ability? You attack the source of the global. There's also gonna be setup down bottom lane if they maybe want to try and do something down there. But I think you ignore the top lane. Colonel did well enough on that last time around. Try and get Brandon rolling, get Sadbest rolling, and mid game this composition absolutely takes off. Annie, Leona, layering their crowd control effects. It's going to be really, really good for them. And if they can get these two big carries online, Colonel is going to do well on his own.
Yeah, Colonel's going to do well on his own as long as Washed Up Kid does make a presence. You didn't really touch up on Washed Up Kid and the presence he's going to be able to bring, and probably trying to put Squad down on that Lee Sin. Really, now that we've seen these role swaps, Washed Up Kid is shown to be a very good jungler. He likes to put people on the back burner, really put the pressure onto them. So maybe we see Squad not looking as comfortable. We're going to see Washed Up Kid really trying to put that pressure and make him even more uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's going to be any junglers solo killing each other this time around, because if Washed Up Kid engages, Squad can just ward hop over the wall and be fine with that. But what I do expect to see is Washed Up Kid getting a little bit aggressive, going in, trying to maybe steal away some camps, get a CS, a level advantage over Squad, and that's how you punish players that maybe aren't quite as accustomed to the jungle role, by playing the map more intelligently.
Yeah, very true. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays off, and I would like to see Jingles, because we see Jingles and Colonel. Those are the two roles that remain. I would like to see them putting the pressure, especially to make up for the role swaps that we've seen on everyone else. Maybe see Jingles go for an early roam into the mid lane to help Brandon and Squad on a gank to Pickle Sword.
Well, he's already starting off against the norm with the triple potion start in the jungle. Typically, the jungle, you don't get taken all that low, but he'll be very high HP. And again, maybe going to go get some wards down, because if he starts up on this blue buff, that's going to be very, very peculiar. I really do think starting on red buff, getting level 3 down bottom lane, especially with Leona, if she can get level 2, hop on in there, there's a lot of gank setup for you, especially if you can go on to Panda Opa before he gets that arcane shift at level 2. You really can start to swing that bottom lane.
You really can, and that would be nice to see them do in the bot lane. But, well, it's everything. We'll wait and see, because we're not sure how Squad, Brandon, and Sad Best are going to perform. We haven't seen this before, so us as casters, this is such a thrilling and scary thing to watch at the same time. We don't know what to expect. Before we knew what to expect, how the lanes would go, how they do in those lanes, where to put the pressure. Now it's something that we're watching to see with you, and excitement to see how this all plays out, but at the same time worried for the sake of the Rift Kings.
Absolutely, and Squad did make his way down there, so I do think that he's really going to go for that play. There's also a world in which he goes for level 3 into a mid lane gank, because Brandon, with the aggressive Ignite, could stack up for a stun as well. It would be a little bit slower than we're probably used to seeing, but would still be a very good, a very logical choice from him if you were to want to make one of those early plays. And I think in a game where you just completely rolled, once it got to like the 8-minute mark, the game just kind of ended for you. You have to go for the early plays, because going even is not a win if you're the Rift Kings.
No, it is not at all, especially when you have a Rise on the other team. Rise going to be able to carry hard once the mid to late game happens, if you're even just even in the mid to late game.
Yep, and he is coming around here right now. The key thing is getting here before Opa levels up.
No,
and now he's level 2.
Level 2. Panopa sniffing that one out. Went to put the ward down. Saw Squad. And was able to just arcane shift away from the Sonic Blast that was about to hit on him.
That's really, really rough. And now maybe gonna go towards the mid lane. He's not, so just gonna be very, very behind in this. Not to mention that you can't really farm the Raptors as Lee Sin, so it's gonna be a long, long walk of shame to the top side of his jungle. And Washed Up Kid is already 2 camps ahead of him in jungle pacing right now.
Yeah, and I really liked what Pickle Sword did there. Probably a lot of people won't notice. And interesting arcane shift. Jingle's still able to get out of there and get to Panda Opa with the arcane shift, but not able to follow up. But I just wanted to talk about Pickle Sword. He made sure to position himself really well on the top side of the mid lane, so that way if Squad did try to go for a gank into the mid lane, he was going to be safe no matter what. Now, here's the gank onto Armia. They forced the flash out of Armia, but missed the Sonic Wave. There's a lot of damage put on Armia. Are they going to try to dive it? Washed Up Kid's here. They're going to try to, but they fail to get it. Squad going down. First blood to Washed Up Kid.
Oh man, Squad just showing right there his lack of comfort on this champion on the roll. It would have been so easy to flash there sooner. He takes a turret shot, gives way too much time for Washed Up Kids to come there. Not to mention that he missed the Sonic Wave at the start of it all. That was all he needed to find the kill, and now it is looking so bad for the Rift Kings right here. Everything going right for Edge. Washed Up Kid gets the advantage in the jungle. Colonel gonna be shut down a little bit in this lane. Guess what? Armia went triple Dorian's ring again. What are you gonna do?
Sad Best being engaged upon.
Oh no.
Here are the double exhaust used onto Sad Best and Panda Opa as we see Jingles. Jingles trying to do his best to tank everything up. He misses the Zenith Blade onto Panda Opa. He does get the stun onto Caitlyn Snow as he flashes away from the tether that would have hit, but had to get out of there. As Washed Up Kid is now soloing out Colonel. That's a kill in the top lane. and this is just looking all sorts of bad for the Rift Kings.
There's really no other way to phrase it right there. It is just so dark for these guys. There's nothing to do now. It's just you see that snowball rolling down the hill. Well, now it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you don't know how to stop it. You're not in the position you need to be in order to do something like that.
Is there? He was looking for the gank onto Brandon, who was playing him. Unusually, he was towards that top side without a ward. So he almost got engaged on, because Washup did have the flash. He could have engaged on to Brandon, who did not know he was even there until he poked his head out when Brandon started falling back to the tower.
And this time around as well, Colonel doesn't even have the benefit of that solo kill to start things off. Rift Kings actually were up at the start of game number 1.
Oh, God.
Wait. Pandopod kill. He had lethal right there. He didn't flash over the... He should have flashed over the traps.
He did not arcane shift over. I don't think he thought he was going to hit that mystic shot.
I don't think he had arcane shift up, actually, but a flash would have done the trick. Flash auto right there.
Yeah, probably would have done the trick. Really interesting, because that was a lot of damage. Sadbest was 1 auto away from death.
Yeah, it might not have been kill onto Sadbest actually, because he both had flash and heal, but you guarantee that he burns both of those if he wants to, if he actually wants to get away from you.
Very true. Maybe he was also afraid of the re-engage from Jangles. Jangles is quite tanky on that Leona, but still, I would have gone for it. But then again, I'm very aggressive.
Yeah, and it is going to be the Blood Razor coming through from Washed Up Kid out of the jungle. I don't think it's necessarily optimal for him in this game, but with the lead he's got, with the confidence he has going into this match.
Washed Up Kid, he's looking for
Look
Jangles.
at that!
They're trying to get the triple talent strike. They get it onto Jangles. Jangles trying to see if he can stun up someone under tower.
Where's the heal, Sadbest?
Yeah, Sadbest.
Man.
He did use it. He used the heal.
He used it at the end after his support already died.
Oh, Sadbest. This kind of talks about that trading inconsistency that we were talking about. Not sure how Sadbest was going to perform with swapping lanes, and it's kind of showing.
Squad, start running.
Oh no, this is already just looking so devastating, and this is why we said long ago in the group stage why Edge was just such a dominant team, so strong, and they are just proving it right now.
I don't really know what to say for these guys. Brandon just lost his stun.
Oh, he lost stun, has to flash away, and nothing is looking Rift King's way right now. They are down they're down 3,000 gold right now, and it's only 7 minutes in.
There's also an Infernal on the board, and Rift Kings are not going to be in position to take that anytime soon. So the RNG, the League of Legends gods, are on the side of Edge at the same time right here. I think they had a couple Infernals last game as well, just getting everything they could possibly ever want. Oh,
it started off, I think, with an Ocean, but then went Infernal, and it was just... I don't think we even got a fourth one, because the game had already ended by then.
Yeah.
So... not looking positive for the Rift Kings. Honestly, what they need to do, they need to start playing a little bit more passive. They need to not play so up. They need to look to just farm it up as much as they can, while maybe trying to get a good pick on to Washed Up Kid, because he right now is the carrying factor for the team. He's 301, the only one really doing spectacular, because everyone else are doing good, just in farm. So you gotta get Washed Up Kid. You get him, you still have a chance.
That's the defense that Rift Kings have right here. All the gold is on Washed Up Kid, but they're losing out on the roam. Oh
Brandon
boy.
Getting engaged on. There is the prison coming in onto him. Washed Up Kid getting the next kill. Flashing in for that one. Pickle Store probably could have secured that all on his own.
Yeah. What Rift Kings need to be able to do here is keep the gold off of everyone else. Squad's gonna be okay, I think.
Be okay.
Or not.
Watch Up Kid, they're looking
flash!
to dive onto him. There's the flash still from Squad. He wants to see if he
can...
Watch Up Kid, he gets it with the Sonic Wave, using the Dragon's Rage excellently to CCM under the tower.
Squad, my man, picking up the kill right there. Huge shutdown, because shutdowns give gold to your entire team. I can't actually discount Rift Kings. You know, we were being really big downers at the start, but all the gold is on Washed Up Kid. It's on no one else. There's been no global objectives taken yet. Infernal Drake still up. Edge have not grabbed that. They have yet to pick up the first turret of the game as well. So that is actually huge for the Rift Kings, and they thrive during these team fights. they might still have a chance in this.
Yeah, they still do have a chance in this game. Jingles is getting stunned up as they use the Zenith Blade back onto
man.
Caitlyn Snow. There comes the Solar Flare, trying to see if they can get Caitlyn Snow. The exhaust used on him. Caitlyn Snow is really low, but the body block coming in from Panda Opa. The stop, the Super Mega Death Rocket. Here comes True Shot Barrage. No! The flash from Jingles was trying to protect Sad Best, but it was a little too late. As
Squad
here in the area. They're very low.
Squad?
He's looking for the kill. He tried to do
Squad!
He misses the Sonic Blast. Gets the kill still as the teleport was canceled from the side of Colonel, canceling it on Armia, forcing the flash out of Caitlyn Snow in the end.
Oh man, that's still not necessarily the best trade for Rift Kings either, because the kill did wind up going down onto Panda Opa, but it is a 1-for-1. A little surprising. Squad not maybe trying to secure vision or control around that dragon.
Colonel's getting engaged on Undertower.
Goodbye, my friend.
Tanking as much as he can. He's trying to dodge around the best he can, but it's just too late. Armia was tanking the whole time, so Washed Up Kid was easily able to pick up that kill.
Just too low underneath that turret. Armia, he actually might die here. One more.
Oh! Really close. He got really close for singing it for too long there. And by the way, guys, if we sound a little biased towards the Rift Kings right now, it's purely because we do want to see an exciting
Everyone's
series.
biased towards the Rift Kings right now. Everyone wants the Rift Kings to win.
We want to see that Game 3, especially us as casters. We love casting. We love bringing exciting games, so we would love to see another game go between these two teams.
Absolutely. It's funny, you usually see mid laners picking up mana items or anything like that. Rod of Ages, Tears, that makes sense for Picklesaur. Brandon wants damage. He doesn't care about any of that. He is going full DPS right now. Not sure what that's going to be, if it's maybe, ooh.
But it's a... that's the thing about that arcane shift, it can get him to safety even if the Zenith.
Oh no, here's Armia.
In the area. Solar Flare was used, but it was a little too late. As we do see Squad, he is in the
Squad.
area. He does get the Sonic Wave onto them. Panda Opak gets the kill onto Jingle, but now the Realm Warp being used by Pickles. They're probably going to be able to get Squad. Squad's trying to run away the best he can, but it's just too little too late. Double kill going over to Panda Opak.
Interesting little insect right there. Not sure if you want to use the flash towards the enemy base. But that could be spelling some serious doom for Rift Kings right here on Brandon.
Engage. Brandon trying to use the Tibbers to stun up Panda Opa. They might be able to get the kill onto him.
They got him!
Tibbers does get the kill as we see Armia. He's really low. Is Sad Best going to pick up the kill? Yes, he is. But the tower pressure is still in favor of the Edge right now. As we see in the top lane, Colonel is fighting.
What?
Kid has so much damage. He's so far out. He's able
God!
In the top lane. My goodness, Washed Up Kid.
Oh, the red swipe making it just impossible for Colonel to do anything whatsoever right there. Edge still unable to cash in on a tower, but the kills have been mounting themselves a pretty decent gold lead at the moment. It is a tough battle here for the Rift Kings, but maybe they could go for a dragon sneak here. There's no vision on it for Edge. Squad did that, and they're actually Washed Up Kid on the Lee Sin did that back in game 1, but with Washed Up Kid continuing to show topside, it is a little surprising that Rift Kings have still been losing down here in the bottom lane.
Well, the thing is, they're losing in the bottom lane and the top lane.
Everywhere.
They're losing everywhere. Armia came down in the bot lane. They won that fight. So that way, we did see Washed Up Kid able to completely mitigate any advantage that Colonel could have gotten for them. And now look at this. Washed Up Kid's going in for Colonel again. We see the last breath used on him, but that challenging smite being just so effective as Squad is here. They're in the area. They're going to pick up the kill. Get the shutdown on to Washed Up Kid.
That's a big one right there. Another shutdown, keeping them in this game somewhat. Gonna open up a lot of pressure on the rest of the map as well. But oh, they've got to be on point from here on out. There's no more mistakes allowed to be made, because this game is already looking rough for them. If they continue to lose out, well, here comes Armia, here comes Picklesaur. You just can't react fast enough.
First tower gold going over to the side of Edge as Brandon's being engaged on in the jungle. He has to flash out of that one as Squad. He wants to see if he can get into this. Sadly, it's not very tanky. There's no real tank on their team besides Jangles, and Jangles still has not been able to ramp up at all. They're going to be able to get this top lane tower, which is really nice, to get them some gold, but there's a lot of pressure in this bot lane tower as Squad's the only one defending it. Armia, they're looking for the engage onto Squad. Squad's caught between the two towers. They get the kill onto Panda Opa.
That just cannot happen if you want to have any chance of even competing up against Edge right here because a 2-0 is
Solar
looking...
Flare hits onto Panda Opa, but he got the
That's one!
shift out of that one. They get the Timbers, they get the kill onto Caitlyn Snow, but that is still just a support as we see Sad Beast. He's in the area trying to do a lot of damage to Armia.
Sad Beast!
They get the kill onto Armia. Pickle Sword now trying to see if he can get into range. Realm Orb out. No, he cannot. Double kill going over to Sad Beast. Panda Opa is by himself. The Arcane Shift's a little too late. Here comes Colonel. They want to get the kill onto Panda Opa.
Oh no, washed up kid.
Washed up kid. They're gonna get the kill onto
Oh,
Sad Beast. No,
oh, he's alive!
Washed up kid thought he had it, but he's not gonna.
He's doing it!
That's a lot of damage being taken. They get the kill onto Washed up.
They've got another.
Finds the next target.
Oh!
Are they gonna be able to get the kill? Squad, he wants to get this onto Panda Opa.
Oh.
Is the Sonic Wave gonna connect?
Oh, no.
He misses that one. But
He's alive!
Panda Opa, he's gonna be able to make it out with the blast cone. He survives that one. Oh my goodness. Sad Best wanted it, but they were not able to get it.
Oh, a heartbreaker right there. Unable to finalize that last tick of damage there onto Panda Opa. But Sad Beast carrying that team fight, trying to make it happen for his team right there. Brandon had a good pick at the start onto Caitlyn Snow. Things were kind of falling into place for Rift Kings right there, but not quite enough damage, not enough, and still losing out at the end there, but they did hold on to that tier 2 in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I want to mention something else. Well, you mentioned it. They held on to the tier 2, which is a massive, massive thing for them in that fight. But the fact that I talked about at the 7-minute mark that the Rift Kings were down 3,000 gold. They're still down 3,000 gold, and it's the 16-minute mark. They haven't been able to get a lead, but they haven't been losing that much of an edge either. They've been holding on to this game still, which still means that they can come back into this game.
Yeah, I just think the Rift Kings need to continue to force right here when they do see Edge without their full 5-man squad. They've got the tools needed to try and engage these fights right here. They have to pull the trigger before Pickle Sword and Washed Up Kid loop around.
It's gonna be too late. Look at the damage on the squad and to Colonel. They're trying to do what they can, but
they're trying.
Colonel went in too deep. He uses the last breath onto Pickle Sword, but he will drop in that one. Brandon to me in the next target. Double kill going over to Washed Up Kid.
Yeah, that's so devastating right there. Not to mention now, there's no damage left. Sad Best has been doing quite a bit. They got him!
The Sonic Wave hits on him.
He's alive.
They want to get the kill on the squad. Oh, the flash!
Wait, why is he staying there? What?
With the blue trinket, they
Squad!
Oh, Squad so close with the flash juke on that one. It did fade out the Realm Warp of Pickle Sword, though.
Don't know what he was trying to do one of those cute little flashes where you pretend to go over the red buff wall, but the blue orb there caught him off guard.
You're in a really bad spot. He flashes away. I will say, the one thing it did do, it did bait out the Realm Warp from Pickle Sword. He thought he was going the other way. They used it, but what happened to be that...
He still died!
Yeah, he did die, and Sad Best is going to be the next target. He's going to fall in this one. They're going to easily dive him under that tower. And this is going to be a tier 1 going over to Edge in that mid lane.
It's tough. It is a tough one. I don't even think Edge is done yet.
Armia. Yeah, Armia is going in onto Brandon. You're going to get a lot of lockdown onto Brandon. Get the kill onto him as Jangles is trying to do what he can, but he's just not able to stop them on the onslaught that we see Edge getting another kill onto Pickle Sword. Double kill, and this is going to be the tower. And this is what you didn't want to happen. You don't want this Rise to have that many kills. We see Panda Opa with a lot of kills, even though Washed Up Kid has died a couple times since he got that really good start. He's been able to get so much pressure across the map for his team. There's no way that Rift King can really come back unless a miracle happens.
I'm not gonna say there's no way, because I've seen some crazy things.
I said unless a miracle happens.
Yeah, they're gonna need a couple miracles. They're gonna need 5 miracles, 1 in every single lane, in order to make this one actually come out in their favor.
Make sure to mention that, because there is a way. It's just a very unlikely possibility.
Hey, at least this time Sad Best got his first completed item before Panda Opa had 3 full ones.
That was a weird
interaction. Oh no.
Sad Best, bye.
Bye,
Sad Best.
Bye.
You can't...
Wave goodbye!
Wave goodbye to Sad Best. Bye. You can't... This is not your jungle.
We'll see him next season.
We'll see you next season. And what I was going to mention, did you see that interaction? That was kind of weird. Armia used the sapling in that top bush to try to get Colonel. And I thought the sapling did initial damage when it landed.
It does.
Not? So, yeah, it did. So it landed, but it didn't cancel the back from Colonel, even though he still had like a full second left on it.
Yeah, there's like a fraction of a second at the very end of a
Well,
recall.
yeah, it's a fraction, but it was like a full second that he had.
Hacks.
It was very unusual, and now they're going for Brandon.
Oh!
Rip Brandon, that was so fast. They got so much damage onto him. Here comes the clap on from Armia. They're looking for this dive on the jungle, so Realm Warp being used. They're gonna get that kill, as we see in the bot lane.
Oh my!
Just soloed out again by Washed Up Kid. Now Squad, he's trying to see what he can do. Uses Dragon Rage onto Panopa, but it's too little, too late. There comes the ace. They are gonna get this game so easily right now, as they're gonna try to get this tier 2 in the top lane. As Washed Up Kid wails away at that bottom lane inhibitor tower.
This is like watching a high school like basketball team go up against the Lakers here. It just really is not working out whatsoever. No, there's just nothing they can do. Oh man.
They tried to get that change up. They wanted to see if they could flip it around with the lane swaps, but it really did not end up working. Especially when you go against a team like Edge. They're gonna get all this damage. This is 20 minutes in, and they're diving Nexus towers. 20 minutes in. Edge, you are an absolute beast of a team right now. They're looking for Colonel as Washed Up Kid goes in and is tanking an Nexus tower. Here comes Armia. They finally chop down the tree, but they got the kill onto Colonel. We did see Sad Best able to get that kill on the Washed Up Kid.
Oh, Sad Beast!
Double kill going on to Sad Best as they're looking for more. This could be the miracle they need. Redemption's being channeled as it does a little bit of damage. And Opa is looking to be sniped, but it was blocked by Caitlyn Snow. They couldn't get that Super Mega Death Rocket, but they might be able to get the kill onto Caitlyn Snow. He's trying to tank up as much as he can. Here comes the kill. They get the kill onto Jangles from Panda. Brandon has a lot of damage. The Sonic Wave is looking, but they get the kill before it comes up. That's a double kill going over to Brandon as Caitlyn Snow is being chased away, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. You're chasing, and I don't think it's going to help you guys with your base being wailed away by minions. Here comes the kill. They're going to get the kill onto Caitlyn Snow. There it is. Killing spree onto Brandon. But here comes a teleport from Armia. Armia is going to try to delay any... they actually probably will be able to get a Baron off of this play.
Well, Edge is going to be able to get it, no problem here. Rift Kings, even though they get the kills, they get something back for it. They're down 12k gold. Yep. They have one inhibitor still standing here, and the Baron's on the table, so even though they get that, that is really just... it's just sad, because Edge, there's still no way that they can actually really lose this game at this point.
Yeah. And that was one of the 17 miracles that they really needed.
And... It was just 5.
No, it's 17 now. Oh, it's gone up. It's gone up exponentially. It went from 5 to 17 now.
Is that okay? So 14 from the kills. Then if we count like turrets as being like half a miracle, then okay, that kind of evens it up.
Yeah, see? Now you see what I mean?
I see what you mean.
So it's not looking very good for the side of Rift Kings, as we see that Baron buff easily taken by Edge. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last push for the game. One more team fight probably coming from the Rift Kings as they try to hold on to their belt.
Sad
Look at the engage. Yeah, Armia doing a great job with those twisted advances.
Oh,
towers.
He's gone.
Be able to chop down the tree, but there goes Jangles. They get the kill, and that's going to be an inhibitor too. Armia traded his life for that inhibitor, and now these are going to be the nexuses focused down by the side of Edge. They're probably going to be able to finish the game right here as they have 3 lanes of super minions are going to be barreling down. There's no way they can stop Squad. Taking a lot of damage from Picklesaur. As we see Colonel, he's trying to get on the Panopa. There was the QSS used, but they get the kill onto Panopa and as well onto Picklesaur. Washed Up Kid and Caitlyn Snow having to flash out of that one. And that is still a defense coming in from the side of the Rift Kings. They are not out yet. They're trying their damnedest to get back into this game, and they are going to at least give us a show until the very end.
Well, that's the best we could hope for right there, Edge. They've got every single objective they need in this game. I guess there's a dragon still on the table before they finish this one out. I'm just holding on for a little while longer. The one benefit that you have with 3 downed inhibitors that you're going to be getting a lot of golden experience because the minions are always, coming into your base. The downside is that you have no fail safes, and that if Edge hit your Nexus about 10 times in a row, the game just ends.
Yeah. So they're just waiting for the whole team to get up. Gonna get that Cloud Drake, and then probably just gonna go for the end right there.
I mean, I guess getting the Cloud Drake will help them get over to the Nexus faster. So it's all about that theory crafting right here for those guys. Oh, look, now they only have to hit it 9 times thanks to those couple of minions right there.
Well, I think it was more that Washed Up Kid, he had to wait for his team to get there anyway, so it's like, I might as well.
Well, and they need to farm away the enemy jungle, make sure that the Rift Kings don't get any gold or experience there. Wouldn't want that to happen.
Just in case they have another fiasco like before, but Armia doesn't have to worry about Nexus towers.
All right, 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, that Nexus takes a. I am way off.
You are way off. I think it's also the fact that Panda Opa is not focusing it. Here comes the Solar Flare. They're looking for the engage, but all that Edge is doing, they're looking for the end. They are wailing away at that Nexus. Game over. That is sadly going to be the series ended, but at the same time, massive congratulations to such a dominant team that is Edge, just showing why they deserve to be this AOC Malta Cyber Series Masters champions right now.
Yeah, so incredibly dominant. Had 1 loss over the course of the entire tournament, and that was to Hayes last week in the semifinals. You can see when we do stream that 3rd place match in the future. We'll get you guys the exact details on that. I believe it's going to be on Wednesday. About probably the same time. So if you want to check that out, you definitely can. But shout outs to Armia, Caitlyn Snow, Panda Opa, Picklesaur, and Washed Up Kid, who finished it in style with a Xin Zhao jungle and the whole backing of everyone's faith, saying that they are definitively the best team at the MCS Masters.
Yeah, I have to just say that they showed such strong games, and almost every time they won, that they were just so great at lane phase, getting lots of early leads, and they lost that one game to Hayes where they didn't. That was the one time they didn't show really a dominant early game. But even in their wins over Hayes, which was another strong team, they still just decimated and got really quick wins when they did.
Yeah, and that is going to wrap up the stream for today. Again, huge shout-outs to everyone behind the scenes putting this together, all of our sponsors, and to Magical Voice. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and shout myself out. So, for Magical Voice and I, you can follow us on Twitter at magicalvoice_ or at Endercast for myself. That's going to be it on the day, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the evening, and we'll see you guys soon for the last stream, the last games in this tournament.